How's it going, everyone? Here we are looking at my implement, my spell implement closet. Um, let's run through some things, just maybe to give you guys some ideas. Obviously, material components are not a necessary part of magic, but for some things, they help. So first on the list, we have, sorry about that, we have stop sign soil. This is great for protection and also banishing bad habits. This was collected on the side of the road right near my house, and it works wonders. The next thing we have some insects and bugs. Don't have that many left right now, but these can come in handy in a lot of different ways. One is working toward the community. Insects are often communal creatures, and also they're very protective because of the exoskeleton. It can also help you interact with more primal parts of your nature. Here I have a couple beetles. Those represent the midnight sun to me. And there's actually a centipede in there as well. Next on the list is some moss that I gathered from a local park. This reminds me to always look toward the light. And it can be worked into workings for growth and prosperity and holding on and clinging to something that is beneficial to you. Next, we have some railroad stones. This is good for making progress and being able to keep on trekking on. Obviously, some of these can be used for baneful things as well, but we're not going to get into that. What's next? Then we have some bird feathers. So I've got blue jay, cardinal. I've got some owl feathers in there. And then I've got some pigeon feathers. That's a pigeon feather. And then I've got a mourning dove feather as well. These were all collected from my yard except for the owl feathers I got from a local store. Some of these ingredients you're going to see come from a local store. What is next? Then we have river rocks. These are really, really good for... There's actually some moisture in there, even though I let these air out so many times. Rocks hold a lot of moisture. These are good for washing away problems or standing fast in the presence of a opposing force. Next we have hornet's nest, which I try to only use tiny pieces of because these are kind of hard to come by. So I just tear little tiny pieces off little by little to see if I can actually open it up and show inside there. So yeah, just tear little pieces off at a time. You don't need a whole lot of them. Next is chicken bones. These also came from a local store. So these can be used many ways. One of the ways that I use them is for protection, but also waking up to a problem or a solution. These are specifically, I'm told, rooster bones. So I don't specifically use them as rooster bones because I never, people make mistakes. I use them mostly for protection. Or you can write an issue on the bone and then snap it. That works really well too. Next, we have broken glass. This can be used for protection, as well as other things. But yeah, this is leaded glass as well, which makes it even more protective because lead corresponds to Saturn. And something that, pour it out. Don't pick it out. These are very, very sharp. If you decide to keep broken glass, pour it out. Don't pick it out. What's next here? We have some graveyard soil. Graveyard dirt or soil this is actually from a few different cemeteries, one of which some of my family members are buried at. And with a lot of these, I make offerings to the space, and just to respect the area and to be thankful for it. All right, what is next? Next is some driftwood. Driftwood is really good for allowing yourself to let go of things and just move on. Yeah, that's mostly what I use it for. Obviously, you can use it other ways if the idea strikes you. What is in here? Seashells, I believe. Yes, we have some seashells. These can be used like an egg cleansing ritual. You can take the double ones there, and you can put herbs and spell components in there, close them up, and then rub them all over your hands or your body or what have you. What is next? Chicken feet. Yeah, we got some chicken feet. These can be used for protection. These can be used for also other things. They can also be used for protection. What is next? We have some nightshade tincture, which this has actually been changing colors. This started pink, and now it is, yeah, I just made this like a week ago, and it went from pink to orange. So that could be a sign that I need to remake it. I'm sure it would still work, but if I wanted to use it medicinally, which I do not recommend unless you know what you're doing. Next, we've got some solvent. This is glycerin and some other things that work as a solvent, which can also be used magically. You can break bonds and things like that. What else do we have? All out of church soil and school soil. The church soil can be used if people are having faith issues. You can have some church soil. Again, you can reverse any blessing. School soil can be used for learning. Then we have some farm soil from local farms in the area. I gave offerings to the actual land and blessed the farmer and the land whenever I took soil from the property. And what do we have here? Last but not least, we have a little box of rusty nails and porcupine quills. I love the porcupine quills. I actually, I got these because one of my shops was all out of coffin nails. So I had to get a little creative, and I thought, you know what? Porcupine quills will do just fine. I guess we can go over how I keep candles. I just restocked on these a couple days ago, so it's pretty full. But yeah, this is just a nice idea. I think it keeps things organized. And yeah, also got this little box up here that's kind of a mess, and it's just sort of what I throw individual things in, like candles and lancets and spare incense. Sometimes I don't want to use a whole stick of incense, so what I'll do is I make these little things here, and they have different planets and things on them, and I keep them in those like that. So yeah, just offering up some ideas here. You guys, you do what you want. This is how I'm currently doing things, and I thought it might be beneficial for some of you to see how to use some of the spell components and implements. I guess they're more components than implements. Implements tend to be like tools and stuff, but yeah. I've also got some modeling clay here that's good for crumbs and puppets. Crumbs is slang for simulacrum or simulacrum, like a puppet or something. I call them crumbs. Yeah, got some planetary incense. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope this gives you some ideas. I know this is kind of a weird one, but I felt inspired to share. So yeah, take care. Have a good rest of the day, and see you soon.